Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of Titancraft Season 8, The Ocho, here on Tango Tech's Patreon server. And as always, guys, if you want to join us here and this amazing, amazing community, all the information you need down in the description, Tango Tech's Patreon page. For the low, low cost of $10 a month, you too can be a Titan. That was really good. I'm proud of that. That was a good line. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take my bows. I'll take my bows. So last episode, we did some stuff. We finished our Guardian farm way to the south back there, and we built a small little 64 furnace smelter on our south eastern pier. And since then, I've been pretty much playing non-stop. Look at that map. Look at it. It's amazing. Look at it. It's done. Hours and hours went into this. Last episode, we had that one done, and now they are all 100-ish% complete. Yeah, Cash has to do a little bit. She's been doing this little tinted glass effect on all the piers. I tried doing some of this stuff over there, and I just messed it up, so I'm going to let her finish that. And then she's also got to work on this circle here to the southwest to match the other ones, because that little lighting effect she's doing at those two, she's got to do it there too, because if not, I'm gonna be upset the entire season. But she's on it. She's doing her thing. She knows what she needs to do. But look at that guy. That is the full-scale map that anybody on the server can see back at spawn, or not spawn, but the map area at 0, 0. It is massive, guys. That's like a quarter of a map. Like if you would stick that in the corner, it's like a quarter of it. It's ridiculous. This is what I do every season. I go big. Because it's great. I love it. Now, we still have this center bit that is not done, and that is for one specific reason, so I can get in and out of our storage room a little bit easier and not have to use our bubble vader over there. In the near future, we're going to start work on this area, guys. I promise it's not going to be just a massive gray platform in the ocean. Lots of things are going to go on top of this. But I need to finish the project to the south. I talked about it. I alluded to it. We're building a gold farm out here that I'm going to connect to the same drop chute as our Guardians. And that way, I get lots and lots of mobs spawning in a little drop chute that's probably going to go somewhere here-ish, somewhere around there. I don't know yet, but I've done work so far. I've prepped the area. I've flattened everything out underwater, and I've built these kind of channels for 5 flying machines to clear out all this area. So we're going to build a portal gold farm here. 20 portals max size is our limit, so that's what I'm going to do. There's going to be lines of 4 of them going back like this. So 5 lines of 4? Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Math in my brain. The other thing, though, while I build those, I've done it before, so I'm not going to belittle you guys with it. You've seen it done. I do it every season. So flying machines, easy peasy. But while those are flying, I got to show you this. Nexus came over here, and he advised me on something related to our Guardian and how they are kind of flowing. So let me hop down here and put a torch. Sometimes the Guardians, you can see they're hopping and doing their thing, and they're flowing back up that channel right there. So I'm going to simplify this process. One, I'm going to get rid of this water channel here. There will still be a water channel in the future, but it's not going to be there. When this thing's in AFK mode, I just want these guys dropping straight down. So that's what we're going to do. So they're going to drop straight down. The other thing Nexus informed me of is that if I were to replace the last kind of row of glass blocks with glass panes, they won't do this little hoppity bit that they're doing. They'll just kind of bloop, fall right down because they don't actually hit the edge of the block because the water will flow a little bit further and then they'll drop down, make my life a little bit easier to deal with. So while those flying machines are running, I'm going to come in here, redirect some of these glass water tray things, and fix this drop chute. And hopefully that solves a lot of our problems. Let's grab that. Let's put that back. And let's put that back. Let's do all of this. Come on. What can I block? There we go. So yeah, got a lot of work to do. Shouldn't take me too long, but when I get back, probably going to have a little bit more of this dug out because who really cares about seeing me dig? Nobody cares about that. You want to see the cool stuff, the magic. And that's what I do here. I'm a robot that does magic. Not really, but we'll see. I'll see you guys in a bit. More hours than I can possibly count later, we have ourselves a nice big dry hole. You know, cleared out the water, dug very deep, and honestly, it was the digging that was the biggest pain because there was a nice big underwater cave right here, and then also right kind of where this drop chute is now for our Guardian farm that I have moved. So yeah, fix all that water tray stuff, And adding in those glass panes actually is helping out a lot, especially right here at the drop shoot level. Let me turn on hitboxes, and you can see there's as soon as they hit that edge, you'll get the occasional one that kind of swims away and does his thing, but most of them are just hitting that thing and then falling right down the hole. I did play with a little bit of lava trying to reduce the depth of this drop shoot right here, but some weird stuff was happening. Sometimes they were swimming in it, and I didn't like that, and they were dying, and they weren't giving me their glorious, glorious drops. So, yeah, we just have a nice deep hole that they're falling in right now. Now, eventually, I will have lava, and there'll be a little bit of a redstone mechanism here to redirect them into a separate drop chute so I can combine the zombified pigmen we're going to get from our gold farm. So I've done a little bit of playing with dimensions and things. I think I said earlier that there were going to be 4 portals in a row. That was an older design I was looking at. I don't know why I mentioned it like that. But we're going to have essentially 5 pods, 4 pods with 5 portals each. There'll be one there, there'll be one in this corner, one over here, and then one over here. But it's going to be in the sky at this level. I just did this to kind of mark things out to make sure I put the portals in the right location. Because placing obsidian once is probably the best thing. I don't digging it twice just makes no sense to me. So what we're going to have is 2 white space trapdoors. If this was obsidian, there'll be trapdoors on it. You guys have seen this before. And then in the middle here, and then on the outer edges, we're going to have turtle eggs. So I need 6 of them in total. There'll be one there, there'll be one in the middle here, and one over there, and then the same on the opposite side. So for now, I just need to build 20 portals. I hope I have enough obsidian. I have a shulker plus a bit, so hopefully it's enough. I don't know yet. It's been a while since I built one of these things. I didn't build one last season, but I did have one in season 6, and it was great. And I kind of wish I would have built it earlier in the season. I don't know why I didn't, because we used it for a lot of different things. Let me just make sure this is on the right level. Yep. So if I put the first obsidian block there, and then there'll be another one 3 blocks away there, and then one more here. Nope, not there. That was it. That was the last one. This is why, yep, placing obsidian is not fun. So I'm just going to build the farm and then get the collection system going. That way, as I dig out further that I'm going to need to do, because I need to build like a nice storage room. I haven't done nice decorative things. Let's turn those hitboxes back off. I haven't done nice decorative things in a lot of our stuff so far, and I'm really trying to avoid that this season. So we're going to build a nice storage room for this place. It's going to be great. I have no idea what it's going to look like yet, but I know it's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to build this whole thing, and when I come back, hopefully we can get started on some of that other stuff. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours. So building this portal farm actually didn't take too long at all. It's working quite nicely. So you can see the final product with the eggs and all the things. I don't want to land on them because that would be bad. And loud portal noises. Hi, how are you? But yeah, we've got 6 turtle eggs and 20 portals and lots of pigmen falling to their deaths. Now, I had to do some Wither Rose action down here towards the bottom. Most of them will fall and splat and die, and their bits are currently being collected here. You can see, it's been running for a minute because we're still digging this place out. But you'll get the occasional chicken jockey, and those guys don't take any fall damage whatsoever. They just float nice and slowly down. So the Wither Roses are going to be a nice, easy way to deal with them. So what I want to do next, now that this is all done, at least functional, getting lots of gold, I want to work on this system up here. I've already put the lava in, and what I want to do is redirect the Guardians. So right now, this will be like AFK mode. There's going to be levers and things later on. AFK mode, they're just going to drop straight down, land there. Items are going to get collected and eventually work their way through the sorting system I'm going to build. But what I want to do is redirect them into this same drop chute over here, and that way when it's a player kill time, we can just stand over here and kill them and kill pigmen at the same time. So eventually I think this is going to be raised up a couple blocks because I don't want the pigmen to die an instant death because you get less things for that. So I've already designed something on our test server that's basically going to involve a lot of sticky pistons. It's going to be water that's being blocked by sticky pistons. That lava is going to be blocked by sticky pistons. And it's all controlled by one lever that's going to all fire those pistons simultaneously. And it's going to do a lot of things. I think it's honestly just going to be easier to show it to you than try to explain it to you. So it's only going to take me about 30 minutes to build this thing. And I'll come right back and I'll show you guys how it all works. As you can see, we have quite a bit of spaghetti redstone up here. It should work nicely. I haven't tested it on the server yet. It works just fine on our test server, though, so that's good. So basically, what I'm going to do is from our kill chamber, which is eventually going to go down there, which is actually what I'm going to work on next, a redstone signal is going to come up a torch tower. So right now I just have a lever to simulate all that. But once that lever's flipped, a lot of pistons are going to either retract or extend. So basically, these two pistons here will retract, and it'll allow water to flow over. The pistons on this side and then the other ones opposite will push a block out, which will allow the water to flow down, some more of that water stream down there. Those four pistons, two on each side, will also retract, which will allow the water to flow. And then these pistons here will also retract, allowing the lava to flow. So Guardians will get burned for a second, then end up in the water, and they should hopefully make their way down that water stream down there. So flip it. Lots of things happening. Okay, so the first few might not get burned. That's fine. Eventually, they're gonna work their way down into that same kill chamber where our pigmen are falling. So let's take a look at it from below. They should all work out nicely. The one concern I have is the swimming. They always like to swim, and it's kind of annoying that they do that. But I can't really stop that. But as you can see, we're getting a decent amount of flow right now, so they should eventually push their way down. And here comes the first guy right now. Now, he's not going to... Oh, he did die. Interesting. Okay, so this is something I need to test, too, is to figure out where that kind of Soul Sand Wither Rose needs to go. I'm thinking it's going to need to go back up 5 to 10 blocks. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to test it. I'm going to sit here for a little while, playing with the height of all this. I mean, they're dying, so that's a good thing, but I want to be able for them to survive for a couple of seconds. That way I can have a little kill chamber. I can go sortie, 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 and face, and I can get more drops that way. Because really, it's the gold that I really want. This thing has been cranking so well, I don't know how often I'm going to use this mechanism that I've just built. It's great and all, and it will allow me to get more, crystals and shards and things, but it's probably going to be mostly in AFK mode, but it's nice to have just in case I need it. So what I need to do now is do that little testy bit, see where I actually want that soul sand and wither roses to be. And then I'm going to do all of the redstone for storage. And we've designed the storage room. It's big. Hi, hitboxes. Hi. It's big. It's very big. Biggest room we've built thus far this season. So yeah, I need a lot of wood and a lot of chests, but it's simple. Simple stuff, really easy. Standard, impulse sorters, all that fun stuff. So I just like watching this. It's fun. It's great. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple hours after I figure all that and I get some chests and lots of chests, guys. Crazy amounts. So I'll see you in a bit. So here we are, guys. A nice start to our biggest room thus far. It's 30 by 30, if my math's correct. Lots of chests. It took almost a shulker full of wood to get all the chests and all the hoppers into each one of these. But what we have is all the items that I care about are being sorted now. A couple of these it's going to be a little bit of a question on, but we're saving zombie flesh. We got to, because I'm going to add some villagers in here, because why not? So zombie flesh is there. Our golden nuggets are pouring in right here, and then I've got a couple of slices for gold ingots as well, just in case, because once we start killing them manually, we're going to be getting them from the pigmen. And then on this whole wall right here is nothing but shards. Shards all day long, and we already almost have 2 slices of this full. I think, yep, that's 4, and then 5 is not quite started yet. And then we have crystals over there, and then various fish products are over here. I think the first 6 slices are just raw cod. The second to last one is raw salmon, and then the very last one, which we don't have any yet, is pufferfish. I actually had to go scrounging around for a single solitary pufferfish somewhere. Ended up finding it back at our starter base area, surprisingly enough. And then to get all the items into this system, we have 2 little systems here. And they're the same, it's just in 2 different locations. Our Guardian drop chute, when it's in AFK mode, will just splat on these Wither Roses Soul Sand combination. They take like 1 hit extra to die, because I had to raise it up a little bit. And then they go into the standard kind of unloaders that I use. I love these because they are tileable, and it's great. Those items get spit down this water stream that connects up into this other unloader system I got over here. So it's 1 water stream, and it eventually make its way into that 1 elevator and loop its way around. And then I gotta design some kind of destruction mechanism here, which is probably just gonna be lava. And for right now, I've just been kind of periodically coming up here and grabbing that stuff. But for right now, since the redstone's all in and the room is all designed, it is time to get building. So in only 30 minutes time, guys, we're starting to have a room for this place, and I think it's looking pretty good. Honestly, I'm the more I look at it, the more I like it. For some reason, whenever I look at this room, I think of like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't know why. That's just what comes into my brain. I'm weird. Leave me alone. But we're kind of playing with what we've done in other parts of our base. We're using the deep slate still, but instead of bricks, went with tiles. And instead of using the warped wood, we have prismarine. Because why not? We're getting all the Guardians falling over there. Might as well use the Prismarine for other things. So I figured, let's put it in here. So the floor went up really quickly. I noticed in the time lapse, I missed the block. I missed that guy right there, but I fixed it. I was rewatching it. It's there now. And I also put some sea lanterns in underneath here. I thought maybe you can see it through the floor. You can't. You can't see it at all. But our floor is done in a way that's very specific. There are no spawnable blocks in this final floor pattern because slime. There's a slime chunk right in here, and I didn't want to deal with them at all. So we either have stairs or we have glass. Can you quiet down, please? We either have stairs or glass to prevent any slimes from spawning. Theoretically, we can get some little dudes right here, but I don't think they'll spawn. I'm pretty sure they won't. So Cash designed this corner bit here. I love it. I think it looks fantastic. And I designed these kind of more central wall bits. I think they look okay. They're growing on me the more I look at it. And actually, look, boom, boom, done. Fixed it. I knew somebody would say something. So we got to replicate this in the other corners and on the other walls, except for that wall right there, because that's going to be our entranceway. And I'm even using this kind of similar pattern, slight variation in the middle here. And then once those wall bits are in, we're going to have nice little arching thingy right here, and then some more kind of corner arches going to the middle. I'm not the best at ceilings, guys. I hate them. I usually make Cash do them, but I did this one. So be gentle with me, okay? Please be gentle. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and finish work on the rest of this room because the way I like to do these is like layer by layer rather than one module at a time. I'll do like those prismarine stairs on all of the other corners, and then I'll do the deep slate tile stairs on all the corners, and then slowly just build it up until it's done. It's just easier, makes my brain hurt less. So when I come back, I think I'll have everything but that wall done because we're doing the villager thing over there, and I kind of want to show you that separately, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what strikes me. So it's been a little while since my last clip, long enough to where I've actually finished everything. Everything's done to include covering up the mess. So now you don't even know there's a gold farm here, which is great and fantastic. The only kind of indication is this bad boy right here, which I'm going to change into slabs eventually. We'll see when that happens. Probably when I put a building there. But we have up and down technology. We can see our zombified pigmen going into their water streams. And this leads down into a little tunnel to get into our room. So, tunnel, nothing fancy, going with the same theme that we had. And I figured out Cash's kind of trick over here using the kind of hidden lighting that honestly doesn't provide any lighting whatsoever, which is why I needed sea lanterns over there, because this was definitely spawnable, and I didn't want that, so we got rid of it. We also have redstone technology now. This will turn on the redstone mechanism at the Guardian drop chute so that they will spit into this nice new kill chamber, which is great. It's fantastic. I love it. It's amazing. You just go in here. You can come up here right in between the middle here, and you'll get the pigmen to fall. And if you have Guardian mode activated, you want those trapdoors flipped up as well because they will knock you back. Close doors. But yeah, for a guy that doesn't do ceilings, and sober don't do ceilings, I think I did a pretty good job on this. Honestly, I think it turned out very well. So this was the initial arch I kind of came up with to connect the wall to the kill chamber, and I tried my darndest to integrate it into the floor. But I couldn't figure out a way to make it still level to walk on. I mean, I've got these little trenches here that I know Cash is going to complain to me about, but I don't care. It's whatever. But yeah, I like the lines in here. I think they look really cool. Everything's looking pretty fancy, if I do say so myself. We also have villagers. And let me talk to you about this wall really quick. Because my favorite part is the part we're looking at right here, is this prismarine brick area. It looks like a little person holding their head up for some reason. Don't know why they're holding their head up, but they are. Maybe it's a pigman holding a guardian. Let's go with that. That makes a lot more sense. But we got 4 villagers in here to get a little bit more emerald. 2 fishermen and 2 clerics. That way we can trade flesh and fish. But they're on opposite sides of the room. Right now the flesh are over there and the fish are over there. So I'm going to move all the storage. And this was done purposely because of where I have shards versus crystals. So our shards are on this back wall. Crystals are over there. So my first chest to fill up with shards is here, and my first chest to fill up with crystals is over there. So I'm going to flip this whole room around. Gold is going to move there, crystals will move here, flesh will move there, and fish will move there. Make my life a little bit easier. But that's it, guys. We're done. This was a long project in the making. We had lots of craziness happen here. Lots of digging, lots of farm integration, lots of death and destruction happening right over my soldier. You can see those guardians just flopping around over there. But that's it. I'm not sure when my next episode's coming out. Me and my family are taking a little vacation. Kids' spring break and all. So when it comes out, it comes out. I couldn't tell you when. I know what I'm doing. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it. But I'm not going to say anything else. So until next time, you guys have a good one.